Hey everybody, it's Katie Harris, owner and CEO of NursePreneurs and Neuro Wellness Philly. So today, this is day, oh my gosh, what is it? Day 10. And we're busy building our IV hydration clinic from scratch in a total of 30 days. So we're every day in the month of August, we are building this program, and I'm working through our bespoke build process with our team to get it done. So, just to recap a couple of things that we've done, we've set up the legal aspect. We came up with our big idea. We did the legal aspect of it already, which you do need to speak to a lawyer. That is not something that we set up for you. You need to speak to a lawyer and get that done, but we certainly have lawyers that you can talk to. We did the business plan, worked that out, got our Google setup done and the account set up for the marketing, which we're going to work on today. We did our Facebook setup, branding and logo, which was really helpful. And we started working on the website. Now, the website, the homepage and the about page are done, and the contact page is done. The legal forms we also did, but I'm still working on the services page. There's just a lot of things that have to get done for it, and I really have to kind of think through the sales process. So we'll go over that a little bit later, but I need to keep moving and just keep thinking about what is going to help me sell this service, this business to my avatar, right? So let's go into it and go over to our account. So this is our marketing account. This is our base operating platform. We call this NOLA. And here we're going to go over a couple things today. One of the first things that I want to do and get moving is the marketing aspect of this. So the website is live now, so we don't have any more of that weird nonsense like this is a suspicious site. This pops up without any issues now, so that's good. We got that all sorted out. Those are just some tech issues, and you have to. We use Cloudflare, which provides the HTTPS, which is an SSL security and all that kind of stuff that, makes my mind spin. But so here's our website. It's up and live. And, our about page, you can learn more about us. I've been checking all the buttons to make sure they work. I started with this. I'm going to do this later, but I couldn't stand looking at a blank, a blank spot here. So I put in this is kind of filler text right now. And then at the bottom, we have our web page and our web form. And on this web form, so basically with the web form, when you fill this out, right, the thing with web forms is there is this black hole for web forms, right? Like if you send a form, if you go to somebody's website and fill out their contact page, and I can't tell you, even just recently, I've done this, I've filled out the contact page and nobody gets back to you, right? And then you've forgotten that you even filled it out, or you're just kind of annoyed that you filled it out and nobody responded to you. If you're going to have a form on your page, you have to have an immediate process for this. Okay, so you want people to fill it out and get a response. So I'm going to do this real fast. I'm going to stop my screen share for a second. I'm going to fill this out and show you what pops up as soon as I fill it out. And let's see. I'm going to say, hi, how are you? And then submit. All right. And we'll go back to sharing my screen. And as soon as you submit, you come to this page, which just says thank you, and then you can return home. Now, on the back end of this, what happens is it comes into a conversations tab. So here's where we did a test earlier. And, it says, thank you for contacting us at Neuro Wellness Philly. And, so all of this is in here in this account, which is really nice. It's not coming through for me because it's my account, but and it sees it as a duplicate. But here we have this. My admin put this in, and I can respond to her now. So I can respond to her right from here and just say, hey, Ira, thanks so much for your message, and do a quick response, or I can do an SMS response. And here you can even do like a video response. We have templates that can pull it up easily. And you can certainly do a video response here, which would be super simple. And you can do this from the phone because we have an app for it, which is really nice. And of course, I can also request payment from Ira if she owes me money. So that kind of aspect of it's really nice. But what happens to the form? So if we go into contacts, oh, and actually we can go into contacts right from there too. But if we go into contacts and we have Ira, she filled out that form 17 minutes ago. And here's the form. So I can click on this little tablet thing here and see what it is that she had to say, and test only for contact form. So that's what she said. But I can easily just respond to her right from here with no problem, which is really, really cool. Now, how did that form get here? So what happens on the back end? We have this special form, which is called Contact Us Form on the website. And this is what gets embedded on the website. So this form has lots of different options in here. And one of the things that it has is it tells the what to do next. So once the form is submitted, it goes to our thank you page. But then on top of it, we have automations. And inside the automations, what happens is we have these set up for different things, and we'll go over some of these, but we have contact us form on website. When we go into automations, and this is what you want to do, you want to make sure all of this stuff is automated so you don't have to find the forms, respond to them. All of this stuff has to be immediate. So the trigger here is somebody submits a contact form, right? And it's not junk and they don't have any tags. So what they're going to do is it's going to assign it to a user. And what's really important is that it sends this thank you email. And this is, I got this email and it just says, thanks for contacting us. We'll get back to you. And you get an immediate response inside conversation so that you can go ahead and respond to them. So that is really nice. It's a really cool aspect of this because you need to have immediate response. Now, a couple other forms that we do have that I do want to talk about because these are things that do need to be set up. We have an unsubscribe form, so you can't send emails out if people can't unsubscribe from your service, right? If you send out emails and people can't get rid of you, then they start sending you to spam. There has to be, according to spam laws, there has to be a way for them to unsubscribe. So we have created an unsubscribe funnel. So that goes out on all the emails. So if somebody doesn't want your emails for whatever reason or your appointment reminders, they can unsubscribe. So that's one thing here. The schedule button, that's, the information the form needs to fill out an application, a consult. But the other thing that's really nice are these EHR forms, right? So we've built EHR into this. The marketing platform isn't, it wasn't built for this, but it's such a robust system that we were able to do this. And this eliminates my need for purchasing another system because I don't want many different software systems. So now I don't need an email service provider because this functions as one. I don't need a form builder or survey builder because this system has it. I don't need a website builder actually because I built my website right here. I don't need funnels like ClickFunnels or something because the funnels are all right here. And now I don't even need an EHR because my documents are all right here. So the informed consent and medical history, once somebody signs up, I can have these sent automatically and we can track whether they were signed or not. So for medical history in particular, and this can be completely tailored to whatever you can go through and whatever the case may be. And this ends up in their file, right? Which is really nice. So this is the medical history and this is all I need for NAD or glutathione. And those are the two medications I'm giving. And then informed consent. And this could be informed consent for NAD. I can make it specific for NAD. And it just goes through the different side effects and all of this stuff. And this looks really bulky here, but when you see it, let's pull up a preview of this. There's the preview. Proceed. So here's informed consent, and it's all the spacing is much better now. I don't know why it's all jumbled like that on the but it goes through all the different things, and then the person can just sign straight from their computer, date it, today, and then submit. So that's really nice. And if they didn't do it, via email or text message or however I sent it, I can, have them do it in the office as well. It's not a big deal. There's a HIPAA acknowledgement form. I'm not quite sure why you would need that, but it's there anyway. If you do need a good faith exam because you're not a provider, this is super basic and simple, but it's all you really need. So you just need to send the that medical history and this form to your doc. They can look over the medical history. If they need to talk to the client, they can do that too. And, they just put the name, email of the person that they're working with, any notes that they have to say, and signature. And this can be tailored or tweaked to however you want it as well. So then we have our full set orders, and this is where we go through. And let me just preview this real fast. I haven't, this is one of the things I have to do today because my order sets are super basic. Like all I need is, one, it was the informed consent done. Yes. Medical history reviewed. Yes. Active. I'm going to take this question out because I don't need it because I'm a nurse practitioner, but now I can put their blood pressure, right? And this is a HIPAA compliant system, which makes it really nice. So you don't have to worry about anything. Let's see, 97%. Temperature, I don't know, 98.2, any pre-infusion. This is not a required field, so I can just ignore it. I'm going to say I used normal saline in a 500 cc bag. I used a 22 gauge in the right and a cubital. How about that? And then for the formula, we have these different ones here, but I have to go tweak the formulas. I'll probably do a 600 of glutathione in addition to, I don't have any IM injection, so I'm going to take this out. But this gives you, the other thing, I can sign my own orders. So I'm just going to sign this myself, kind of like the informed consent or the good faith exam that can be assigned by a physician, but I can sign my own orders. So I just need to tweak it. That's all I need to do here. And then let's see. Oops. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, let me go back to that. And then the last thing is the discharge instructions, which is really, really nice because you don't need any paper stuff. And that it's such a huge relief not to have all this paper and printing it out and you don't know where it is. And all of this we can put your logo on it. We can make it your colors. We can do anything that you want. But if you have a relatively simple business, now, if you are running a med spa or something, or you have med spa, this starts to it might get a little cumbersome because this is it's not a designated EHR, but this is a super simple way to get started without adding additional cost. And then here, this is your discharge. So first name, last name, email, phone. This is how the system recognizes people through email and phone. Whatever clinical notes, oh, this isn't in preview mode, but infusion stop time. So you get all that kind of stuff built in, and then your vital signs. And let's say you don't take temperature or you don't need temperature, we can take that out. Now this part right here, discharge instructions, and from my business, so this custom value will be the NeuroWellness Philly, and this gets emailed to the client. So the client gets this email. They will sign this. So what happens is once your procedure is done, the visit's over, you pull up this discharge form, you fill out the information, and then the client can sign, right? They'll sign this and they date it and they get a copy of it immediately. Okay. And then it goes into their chart, which is really, really nice. So those are forms. So the big thing was the web form, because you want to start your marketing early, right? And then I started talking about EHR forms. But one of the most important things that you'll do early in your business is get your system set up for lead nurturing. And the web form funnel is one of the first things that you want to do because it's on the website and you want to make sure that you collect that information and that you respond to people. One of the most important things that you're going to do in your business is be responsive to people. and nobody has any attention span whatsoever anymore. So if you don't respond within the first 5 minutes, there's a good chance that they're on somebody else's website filling out a contact form, and they're going to respond to whoever responds to them first. So it's a real, you don't have the luxury of waiting. So you need the automated funnel set up. And it just blows my mind that people don't have this set up. There's so many, like even marketing businesses that you have to, I was just dealing with a marketing company that I sent them a form. I said, I'm interested. 2 days later, I got an email back and they said, well, let us know, what you want. And I said, I'm interested in starting this program. They sent me another email and they're like, all right, well, let us know how we can help. I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy. Like this is my third time asking. I'm like, I want to get started with your services. Don't make people jump through hoops. And this is one of the first and most simple things that you can do to nurture leads that find your website, either by chance or because they went there directly because you handed out a brochure. We're going to talk about lead nurturing for the next couple of days because there's a few more things that we need to set up that I think are really, really exciting. And I'm going to show you how to do it with our system. And then we're going to start prospecting clients. And maybe you're saying, oh my God, we haven't even set up all the other things. Like we haven't done vendors and supplies and all that kind of stuff, or even the medical director. But none of that is important if I don't have any clients. So there's no point in ordering supplies if I have nobody to use them on. So I need to set up the basics first. And marketing comes very, very early in your business. So get your website set up, get your lead nurturing marketing system set up, and then we can move on from there. So I'll see you guys tomorrow and talk to you soon. Also, if you make sure you subscribe to the channel, these videos drop every day at 2 p.m. through the month of August. And if you want to work with us or find out more about how you can work with us, there's links that you can click at the bottom.